Hey guys, it's Anneprettyness. Today's video is gonna be about this smoky eye look. It's a full face makeup tutorial. I have tons of requests regarding this smoky eye look, especially when I wore it from my last video. So what I created in this look is more of a rounded shape smoky eyes. I did use a scotch tape so that the edges won't be sharp. Okay, so if you want to know how I created a look, keep watching. Okay, to start with, I'm using this MAC Painterly Paint Pot for my eyeshadow primer. I always say this. If you want your eyeshadow to be more pigmented, then use an eyeshadow primer. I'm using this Jeffree Star Beauty Killer eyeshadow. This is the China White, just to set the primer. To start with my transition color, I'm applying it directly on the crease area. This is the shade Courtney. Top it off with MS47 from Stilazzi. This is my most favorite color for transition. I really love how it applies. I think it's the perfect shade for my skin tone. Then I'm going to be using this Morphe. It's 35U. I put the sticker on the front. I'll be combining these two brown colors directly on the crease area also, just so it's going to intensify the brown. For blending, I'm using this brush from my Urban Decay Vice palette. I can't find my Real Techniques. It's the best. Then directly on the lid area, I'm applying this NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. I know this is smoky, but this will really show the pigment of your black eyeshadow. And I'm using the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer. This is the shade Vanity. And of course, to intensify the shade of your eyeshadow, I am using this MAC Fix Plus as always. Using this flat shader brush, I am cleaning the edges and of course, gotta blend, I'm using this Morphe M330. For tight lining, I'm using this Absolute eyeliner, black eyeliner, and also I'm applying it to the lower waterline. Okay, for the upper lash line, I'm gonna be using this INGLOT number 77 gel liner. I actually have an in-depth review of this. If you guys want to know, I'll put the link in the description box. And on top, I'll be applying this Kat Von D tattoo liner. I think this is the blackest shade. To be honest to you, I'm using 3 different foundations. I'm mixing all of this together. First is this Marc Jacobs Remarkable, just a little bit though. And then next is this Estee Lauder, and then combining it with my Infallible and then mixing them all together. It's the best when you mix the 3 of them together. I'm gonna be using this. I got it from Octoly. This is such a good dupe for Beauty Blender just because it's a lot cheaper. Especially the bundle, it's $18 US. Okay, let me show you very quick how it looks like the bundle or the value pack. This retails for $18. It's such a great dupe for the Beauty Blender because it's $20. This one is $18, but you get 4 pieces and it always feels good to use a new sponge. Even the Beauty Blender, if you're using it for such a long time, it also tears apart. I actually got this complimentary from Octoly. Thank you so much, Octoly and Real Techniques. It always feels so good when your sponge is new. Then of course, bronzing my face, Soleil Tan de Chanel. And of course, I'm losing the lighting of Mr. Sunshine. Concealer, I'm using this COVERFX and Kevyn Aucoin. It's Kevyn Aucoin's Sensual Skin Enhancer. I'm telling you, this is the best. It's a must-have. To set my under, I'm using this Givenchy. The powder looks like this. I'm going to be using. While I'm waiting for it to set, I'm going to go back to my under eye. Use the same colors. I'm using this shade again. It's called Courtney, and I am doing it with a very light hand. Now going back to the Morphe Brown and the Vanity from Jeffree Star. I'm going to be using this Hula from Benefit Cosmetics. I'm putting it on top of my Soleil Tan de Chanel bronzer, and of course dusting off the Givenchy powder. For my blush on, I'm using this Gucci Tulip Blossom. And for contouring, I'm using lips. Looks like this. Of course, you gotta blend. And of course, for highlighter, COVERFX first. I have an in-depth review of this one. I'll put it in the description box if you want to check it out. I use a Marc Jacobs to set on top. And on top, I'll be applying this Pat McGrath Nude 03. Yes, for the highlight. The only one that I apply to my nose area. I'm gonna set it first with my Skindinavia. This is Bridal. Since we already have smoky eyes, I'm gonna use Nude. This is Tom Ford in the shade Spanish Pink. I already curled my lashes earlier, but yeah, I'll curl it again. I'm using this black mascara from Christian Dior. For my false lashes, I'm using this Everblink's Mink Lashes. Here's how it looks like before applying the false lashes, and I made sure that the mascara is already dry. So beautiful. It's so silky and then it's so soft. I'm amazed. I always love Mink Lashes. I got it from Octoly. Thank you so much, Everblinks. And ta-da! Here's a finished look. This is my version of a smoky eye. And also want to mention to you the perfume that I'm wearing in this video is this my Burberry Black. This perfume is very intense. It's so sensual. I think it really complements this smoky eye look. It's made in France and it's inspired by the black Burberry Heritage trench coat. That's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys liked the video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Comment and subscribe if you haven't done so. And don't forget, choose to do good whenever you can. It's always for the better. Bye. Have a good one. God bless you.